Hey guys, Google Stadia. It's been receiving a lot of bad attention lately. I know some people say that bad attention is still good attention because it's attention, but this isn't the type of attention that I don't think they were looking for. So, I'm here to answer and reply to all questions and comments that I've seen around the interwebs. If you don't know what Google Stadia is, it is Google's cloud-based gaming platform that allows people to play games ranging from indie-based all the way up to AAA. And you can play it on a wide variety of screens. You can play it on your TV, you can play it on your phone, your tablet, your desktop, laptop. If it has a Chrome browser, you can play on it, basically. And it's great, right? So, I mean, it has a lot of benefits as well. You don't have to worry about updates to a console. You don't have to worry about updates to a video game, no download patches. All of it's instant, right? So it's a win-win. It's a no-brainer for a lot of people. But for a lot of other people, it's still not that seller, you know? And I think it is because of what they thought it was going to be compared to what it actually is. But I'll get there in a moment. So how powerful is Google Stadia? Google Stadia is pretty powerful. It is more powerful than the PlayStation 4 Pro and the Xbox One X combined. The minimum internet requirement, the minimum internet speed for at least 1080p is 10 megabytes per second. That will give you 1080p, that will give you stereo sound, that will give you the bare minimum. Google says that you will be able to handle games at 10 megabytes per second. So that's pretty good. But if you want that 4K, that HDR, that 5.1 surround sound, you're going to need a lot more. Not really. You only need 35 megabytes per second. That's where a lot of people are starting to have their skepticism. They're believing that since it's all being streamed, it's going to be bad. And that's because they're basing it off streaming platforms in the past. Recently, at Gamescom, Stadia was there, and they were showcasing two games. They were showcasing Doom Eternal and Mortal Kombat 11. And for those of you that have played Mortal Kombat 11, you know that you need your buttons and your inputs to be precise for all those intense, heavy, hardcore Mortal Kombat gamers. The input lag is very minimal, sometimes non-existent. That is huge, right? I'll say that Gamescom has changed the minds of a lot of people. They went from, this is ridiculous, to, I might give it a try. But still, a lot of people are still skeptical, and a lot of people don't want to get it for other reasons other than the input lag. One of them being the price. I don't really understand why the price is a big deal at all, because the price seems to be ridiculously good, in my opinion. There are two options, right? There's Stadia Pro, for which Stadia Pro is $10 a month, and that's what allows you 4K at 5.1 surround sound and HDR. So you get those for $10 a month. And also, Google is giving you free games once a month. Every month, they give you a free game to claim for $10 a month. I don't see anything wrong with that at all. But if for some reason you don't want to pay a subscription, you can go the free route. You can play it for free. Stadia Base has no subscription, and it allows you to play at 1080p with stereo surround and 60 frames per second. Again, I don't see the problem. I've gone through comments and people are saying, I'm just gonna stick with my PlayStation. I just can't see this, being better than my PlayStation, or I'm just gonna stick with my Xbox. And to that I reply, well, go right ahead. I mean, I plan to stick with my PlayStation as well, because I don't think that Google Stadia is there to replace your console. And I think that puts Stadia in a sweet spot where it's like, okay, you may want to play a game on the go Why not get it on Stadia? And it doesn't have to be games that you know all your friends can play, because if you have friends that are going to play on PlayStation and you got friends that you know are going to get that game on PlayStation or Xbox, then get that game on PlayStation or Xbox. Don't get a game that you want to play with your friends on Stadia unless they have Stadia. Then get all of you get it on Stadia. Like, that just makes sense. But if it's a game that only you're going to play and you want to play it outside of the house and you want to play it wherever you want to play it, then get it on Stadia. Like, it's that simple. Now, another comment that I've heard is that they wish that it was the Netflix for games. Really? Like, if it was the Netflix for games, then the subscription price, you think it's expensive now? It would be way more expensive if it was just like Netflix. Because what makes Netflix so great is that when you go to a store and you pick up a movie that just came out and it has all the bonus features, everything you would ever want in a movie. You get it on Blu-ray or DVD or 4K, whatever you want to get it on. The most you're going to come out is maybe $30. But if you want to flip that coin over, games, base games, AAA base games. They don't even have to be AAA. Some games that are just there and it's really good, $60. You'll be lucky if it's 30 and it's a AAA, but $60 for the base game. You start adding DLCs, that's another $30. You start adding season passes, that's another $30. And if you had all of that as a Netflix-based system, where you can play any of these games for free, you can have any of its DLC for free, and all of that, yes, that would save you money. Even if it was $60 a month as a subscription, that would save you money. But for some people, they can't pay that out of pocket every month. It just wouldn't work. And even if it was $60 and even if you could afford it, yes, you're saving money, but you're taking a lot of money away from the developers, a lot of money away from the publishers that's publishing the game as well, because they're not making as much money as if they were to sell it individually like they always have. So yes, it sounds really good. I'm not going to say that Netflix for games doesn't sound good, but if we're being realistic here, that's not going to happen. And if it does, Google would have to be willing to tuck their pockets inside out, because they're going to have to cough up a lot of money to these developers. And I just don't see that happening anytime soon. There's still a lot of positives, right? I mean, if you're playing a game, it saves it to the cloud. You don't have to worry about running out of space. Dope. Like I said, it has auto updates for your console, for the platform and the games. Dope. And it's not there to replace your console, so you can still have your main console and have this on the side. Again, dope. So I guess the verdict and the point that I'm trying to get is, give Stadia a try. Just give it a try. It's not the end of the world. Like, it's not the worst thing. I've heard worse. It's not that bad. So just look at it for what it's worth. Give it a try. And I'm pretty sure, I'm almost speaking for Google at this point, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be pretty cool. It's going to be pretty cool. At the least, you're going to enjoy it a little bit. So with that being said, this has been the Tech Throne. Like, share, subscribe, ring that notification bell. If you want to hear more Stadia news, make sure you stay tuned to this channel, because this is not the last time you'll hear of Google Stadia. This has been Chris. Hope to catch you guys in the next video.